Hi there, welcome to the SaxTuition YouTube channel. My name's Jeremy. Today we're going to be answering the question alto versus tenor. What's the best saxophone to start on? So very quickly, if you or someone you know is about to start learning the saxophone for the first time, check out lesson 1 of the SaxTuition beginner series after this video. There's a link in the description below. The series is a great way to learn the saxophone from scratch. Beginners love learning with it. It's packed full of fun pieces and exercises to play. You'll learn all the fingerings for these saxophones, and you'll also learn all of the techniques that you need to build on a solid foundation. So check it out, it's in the description below. Well, that's my quick plug out of the way. Let's start the video. So first of all, comparing the alto to the tenor, particularly as a professional, is quite a strange thing to do because so much of what draws us to these instruments is just personal choice, how we want to sound, what sound we naturally gravitate towards. But if you're a complete beginner and you don't have any background knowledge of these instruments, just understanding a little bit about them will really help to inform your decision in terms of which one is the best one to start on. Well, let's start with the basics. The tenor, this one here, is larger than the alto, this one here, meaning that the keys are spaced further apart. Now that's important if you have smaller hands or if you're purchasing a saxophone for your son or daughter in that age bracket between 9 and 13 years old, because in that case your alto pretty much is going to be your only option. Now for most adults, they won't have an issue going between the two of them, but for children, I would highly recommend starting on the alto. So how does the size difference compare to weight? Well, I've got two beautiful vintage Selmer saxophones here. This is a 1949 Selmer Super Balanced Action, and this is a Selmer 1958 Selmer Mark VI. And these saxophones tend to be on the lighter side anyway, but when I weighed them, this one here, the alto, came in at 2.5 kilograms or about 5.5 pounds, and the tenor came in at about 3.5 kilograms or about 7.7 pounds. So the weight of the instrument might come into play if you're having neck or back problems, but just remember that there are a variety of neck straps and harnesses that you can purchase which distribute the weight away from the sensitive areas of the neck. Now, before we get further into this comparison, I want to actually take the time to mention some of the key similarities between these saxophones. Now, each of these instruments have 21 keys laid out in exactly the same way, proportional to the size of the instrument. What that means as well is that the technique between these two instruments is exactly the same. All of the principles that can be applied to the tenor can also be applied to the alto. So if you know how to play one, you know how to play the other. But here is an interesting key point of difference. Although the fingerings for each of these saxophones are the same, the actual pitch that they produce is different. So what do I mean by that? Well, if we play a C on the alto, it's going to sound like this. But if we play a C on the tenor, it's going to sound like this. So I'm not sure if you noticed there, but the tenor actually sounded lower than the alto, even though the fingering for that C is exactly the same. So what does that mean? Well, when we play a C on the alto, that equates to an E flat on piano. And when we play a C on the tenor, that equates to a B flat on the piano. So we say that the alto saxophone is an E flat transposing instrument and the tenor saxophone is a B flat transposing instrument. So that's a very brief explanation of transposition as a musical concept, but basically all you need to know is if you're playing the alto saxophone, look for music written for E flat instruments, and if you're playing the tenor saxophone, look for music written for B flat instruments. Now in the SaxTuition beginner series, the music for these two instruments are the same, but what changes are the backing tracks. So there's a whole selection of backing tracks for the alto sax and a whole selection for the tenor sax. So now we get into another key point of difference between these two instruments, and that is price. So after having a look online on the website samash.com, which is a big chain of music stores in the US, which many of you will know, I can say that the difference in price between a beginner Yamaha saxophone, alto and tenor, is about $600. So we've got $21.66 for the alto and $27.34 for the tenor. Now that's quite a large price difference. $600 is a lot of money, and that, I'm sure, will factor into the decision for many people in terms of what instrument they want to start on. Now just remember, you don't have to buy a new saxophone either. There's lots of good secondhand saxophones there on the market, on websites like Craigslist and Gumtree. So check those out before you buy a saxophone, because on those websites you'll find instruments for under $1,000, which are still in good condition, and in many cases the differences between the tenor and the alto in terms of price is not as great. So now we come down to it, the decision, alto versus tenor, which one's better for the beginner? Well, in most cases I have to say probably the alto. In fact, if you're purchasing this for a child, or if you're a child and you're watching this video, probably your alto is going to be your only decision. But the tenor is a beautiful choice for those who are in their teens and into their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, the retirement age. You know, the tenor really is a wonderful saxophone too. Well, that's it everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. Please hit like if you like it. Leave any questions for me below and I'll answer them as soon as I can. Also, check out lesson 1 of the SaxTuition beginner series. There's a link in the description. Happy playing!